Welcome to an introduction to business continuity management for South Yorkshire Police. What is business continuity management? The Civil Contingencies Act 2004 places a legal requirement on police forces as Category 1 responders to have in place plans that ensure we continue to exercise our key functions in the event of an emergency as far as is reasonably possible. We do this by maintaining business continuity plans as part of our business continuity management system. Business continuity management is a way of managing an organisation's risk and threat exposure by developing plans that explain how the organisation will continue to operate at an acceptable level and recover critical functions in the event of a business disruption. Business continuity is the ability to deal with the disruption, not the cause of it. An organisation's operational resilience will be determined by how well it can withstand sudden or prolonged disruptions using business continuity plans and process to deal with the issue. It's important to recognise that normal business or business as usual activity cannot be achieved in extraordinary circumstances. It's about ensuring that our pre-identified critical functions are maintained, which may potentially be at the expense of other functions until the disruption is resolved. The embracing of business continuity awareness is crucial for an organisation to respond effectively to a disruption, and so it's essential that management not only have oversight but also proactively support and promote business continuity at all levels. To achieve resilience, an organisation must accurately identify those areas of business that are essential to maintain during a disruption. These must be identified to create an effective business continuity management system. It ensures that the organisation focuses on its essential areas of business. The process of analysis, design, implementation and validation help us to embed our business continuity management system. Starting with analysis, we would conduct a business impact analysis where we gather essential information around processes and activity. Risks can be both internal or external and can emerge in various forms. For example, operational could be things such as supply chains like fuel or uniform, compliance where it's regulatory, and threats such as cyber attacks. Once we have identified and understood our potential risks and their impact on the business, we can then, as part of our design, start to identify and select appropriate solutions and risk mitigation measures to develop our business continuity strategy. Implementation is where the strategies and procedures are built into our business continuity plans, enabling us to test our resilience and ability to operate and respond during a period of disruption. The success of this stage largely depends on the quality and the detail included in your business continuity plan. Validation is where we test our business continuity plans, which is done through exercising to confirm its effectiveness. Any learning should be captured and form part of the review of your plans, which would generally be done annually or where there may be a department or a structure change. Whilst the business managers and department heads who own the local business continuity plans are responsible for the exercising and reviewing of them, everyone has a part to play in understanding how they work and their roles and responsibilities. The governance and ownership of the South Yorkshire Police business continuity process is with the Chief Constable, who agrees the strategy jointly with the South Yorkshire Mayoral Combined Authority, or SIMCA. Within UK policing, there are core activities that are the same no matter where the police force is in the country, although it's recognised that each local police force also has some unique requirements based on its location and communities. For South Yorkshire Police, the force mission critical functions are our prioritised activities and are covered in more detail on the next slide. The force mission critical functions can be found on the intranet, and in the event of an emergency or serious disruption to our organisation, which could be from either an internal or an external source, business continuity will enable us to keep providing these essential services and functions. So this will be maintaining effective communication with the public, answering 999 calls, providing an appropriate response to immediate and priority incidents, maintaining the ability to deal with major critical and emergency incidents, serious crime, firearms incidents, protecting vulnerable people, serious public order, fatal and serious road traffic collisions, ensuring the health, safety and well-being of staff, providing custody and associated criminal justice functions, dealing with matters that impact community cohesion or force reputation, providing effective command and control of incidents, and maintaining a cadre of staff with specialist knowledge such as firearms and critical incident managers. So what kind of losses would be dealt with as part of business continuity? This can range from a variety of things. For example, loss of IT, not having a laptop, a phone, a desktop, a printer. The loss of buildings, premises and accommodation. The loss of people, personnel and staffing resources. The loss of utilities, so having no electricity or water. Loss of goods or services or equipment. The loss of data and information. Imagine, if these were not available to you, how would you continue to deliver your critical functions and services, and how would you keep your teams and the public safe? Your business continuity plans should detail how you would manage these periods of disruption. For example, if you lost your building premises temporarily, where would you relocate to? How would staff get there? How would you communicate what was happening and to who? Anything that can cause a disruption or loss to our business as usual activities can trigger the need for a business continuity plan to be invoked. Things like the weather can have impacts operationally, from deep snowfall, preventing staff getting into work or our ability to respond with available vehicles, to large-scale events such as the flood in 2007, which impacted all of the people of South Yorkshire. Pandemics are also extremely impactful. The health-related impacts of COVID-19 really changed how we operate as a force, including the movement to smarter ways of working. Even a power outage can have great impacts if we have no power and backup generators. Things like charging laptops, the electric doors not working, not having any lighting, just as examples. All of which need to be considered in your local business continuity plan, which would detail your response along with how, who and when this would be invoked to manage the period of disruption and recovery back to business as usual. South Yorkshire Police have critical levels of policing with a RAG system, with green being business as usual. Status red is where policing services are experiencing a severe impact, for example, where policing demands are exceeding the capacity and the resources that we have available. As mentioned previously, our force mission critical functions would be priority, and for each service, a minimum level of resource needs to be identified to deliver these. In the early stages of COVID, Chief Constable Olivia Pinkney from Hampshire introduced a status red plan which was adopted nationally. This allows all areas of the force to predetermine what functions they can continue to deliver with the resources needed when they enter status red, and what services would need to be postponed or reduced. If you need any additional information regarding business continuity, please see the links that are included on the slides on the intranet. You can speak to your business manager or your head of department if you need to see a copy of your local version for your area of business. For any additional advice and guidance, then please don't hesitate to contact the Force Business Continuity Managers, Fiona Hinson or Eric Murphy on the emails that are provided. Thank you.